everybody, and welcome to TechZulu Penthouse here at Real Office Centers during Silicon Beach Fest. We have so many great interviews for you today, tomorrow, lots of things going on here in Santa Monica, Silicon Beach as they like to call it here. And to start things off, we're going to talk with Travis Peoples with
Pollenate.
Pollenate. So what is Pollenate?
Pollenate is a social network where you can't talk about yourself.
Wait. A social network where you can't talk about yourself.
You can't talk about yourself. It's anti-self-promotion. So on Pollenate, every message is directed to someone else. And every message is about positivity.
Wow, so it's sort of like giving kudos to people, thumbs up to people, patting someone on the back, giving them, just a nice compliment.
Absolutely. So the focus of the application is on spreading gratitude. Sending compliments, saying thank you for small gestures and for big gestures. For saying, hey, I appreciate you recommending that book. Or, hey, you know what? It means a lot to me that you're always there when I need you. So every message on the application is based around positivity.
I like that. I mean, there's a lot of discussion around gratitude and the need for more gratitude in life and in work. What do you see as a business model around this?
Well, the business model is similar to Twitter. So we have a promoted content model where brands that are consistent with Pollenate's message are able to promote themselves within the application or promote news stories. You even when you're on Facebook or the current social media channels.
Folks, I think we might get blown away.
Well, we'll keep it together as much as we can. But positive messages receive a lot of attention because people want to feel good. They want to see good stories. They want to hear about things that make them smile.
Sort of like a good news channel.
Absolutely. That's how we look at it. We look at it as a place where you can go and feel like you're getting a hug every time you open the application.
I like that notion, a virtual hug. I think you should even send virtual hugs as part of this, because I know that when I feel gratitude towards someone, the first thing I want to do is give them a hug. So I would have that, build that in somehow. But in terms of the business model, going back to that for a second, again, it sounds like then, are you talking about native advertising, where it's like-minded brands that are in the news stream?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So everything is contained and presented in the ecosystem that Pollenate set up. So there's no pop-ups, there's nothing that's going to be distracting. So as you're looking down, scrolling down and seeing messages that your friends are sending to others, showing gratitude, notes of happiness, you might see, a Whole Foods ad that says, hey, check out this great story. Or you might see a Good magazine feature that talks about something that's positive that's happening in your community.
It seems like in that world, it's very important that you are matching the right types of brands with this, because there was backlash, obviously, when Facebook did their sponsored ads originally, and even a lawsuit. And now we've got Yahoo acquiring Tumblr, and they're going to be putting ads in stream with Tumblr now. So I'm curious to see how that pans out, and if there's a way for you to sort of play with that.
Well, there's absolutely a balance that you have to keep, and we're sensitive to that. That's why our focus is on making sure that everything that's promoted within Pollenate is consistent with what we represent. And what we represent is trying to use technology to make our relationship stronger. So we want everyone who's involved to promote that message in the way that we do.
Now, are there ways that you incentivize people to participate, or to start getting them used to this concept of paying it forward in a way? I mean, it's just, again, all that the positive message.
Totally. In a sense, it is paying it forward. Every time you receive a message on Pollenate, you're prompted to pass that gratitude on to someone else.
Ah, there it is. Okay.
That's right. So when I receive a message, when someone says, hey, thanks for sharing that book with me, for example, I can then say, you know what? I heard about that book from my friend Amy. And so then I bring her into the mix. And maybe she heard about it from someone else, and she brings them in. And in that way, we begin to see how things and emotions spread between people.
Interesting.
And when you get to the bottom of it, you can capture how you impact other people in ways you never anticipated.
So you're looking ultimately at creating a big data set in terms of this human connection, the emotional human connection as it relates to gratitude.
Absolutely. We impact people in our lives that we don't see a lot of times. And we're trying to capture and get to see the power and the interactions that we have with others and how they can have ripple effects to people to spread positivity.
So is your ultimate goal then to help shift a worldview a little bit, perhaps to get people to have more gratitude, to shift their focus on more positive things? I mean, what's the end point for you?
Totally. So we recognize that we're not going to replace a hug. We're not going to replace the tone of someone's voice when they say, I'm proud of you.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what we're trying to do. But what we have recognized is that we spend a lot of time using our phones.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to change the discourse. We want it to be it's not about me.
Yeah.
You know, my life, the things that matter are not what I say about myself. They're how I make other people feel. And we want to capture that in one place.
Mm-hmm. And I think you're onto something too with this notion of feeling, because feeling is also related to story and decision making, because we make big decisions, and we make all decisions really mainly in our limbic system, which is emotional. We make emotional decisions and then we rationalize them.
Totally.
And so you're really kind of playing onto a big trend here as it relates to why we share information, storytelling, all of these things coming together. So I think that it definitely resonates there. Where did this idea come from for you? Why do it?
You know, I was away from social media for a period of time, and I came back, and everything I posted felt like a humble brag.
Yeah.
Hey, look at this great brand I know. Look how smart I am. I know about this article. And it just felt inauthentic.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to bring authenticity and vulnerability back into the fold.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when we were kids and we were in a sandbox, if someone came in and they talked about themselves, we didn't want to hang out with them.
You're in front of the camera. The camera in front of the camera.
But that's where it came. It came from this idea of wanting to connect with people in a deeper and more authentic way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I think what you're doing is going beyond just the thumbs up on Facebook, the like button. I mean, it's really getting to the heart, if you will, of gratitude. So yeah, right on. I think it fits in the vein of good news and good magazine and all of these things. So good luck.
Thank you. Thanks for the time.
So, all right, everybody. Travis Peoples here with Pollenate. Make sure you check it out. It's the social network where you can't talk about yourself. And I'm Amanda Coolong with TechZulu at the TechZulu Penthouse.